Hello and welcome to today's video. I'm going to show you how to curl your hair using a heatless curler, and this tutorial is going to be beginner friendly, so if you've never done this before, I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to get the perfect curls with a heatless curler. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is prep your hair for the curler, and this works best when your hair is freshly washed and dried. So it's a common misconception that you want to do this with damp hair. You don't want your hair to be damp because as you wrap your hair around the curler, you're kind of locking in that moisture and that part of your hair won't dry properly. So you do want your hair to be freshly washed and dried. About like 98 to 99% dry is perfect because you still want a little bit of that moisture in your hair to really lock it in place. And if your hair is not freshly washed or dried, what you could do is just get like a spray bottle and just like mist your hair a little bit because you do want like a little bit of moisture in there. This is very similar to when you braid your hair and you undo the braids and your hair is like crimpy. It's the same kind of concept. You're just using a tool to like create the curls. So you do want a little bit of moisture to just like lock that shape in place. So once your hair is freshly washed and dried, what you can do is, if you want, you can put in like a styling product or like a curl cream or anything really. I'm using the Olaplex bonding oil. This is optional. You can just use your regular hair products. And then you want to part your hair the way you normally would. So if you wear a side part your hair on the side, or if you have a middle part, just part it down the middle. And then you want to split your hair in two. So two sections like this, one on either side of your head. Now you want to grab your heatless curler. This is the one I'm going to be using today. It's from my brand Cocoa and Chai. I just launched my own little kit of heatless curlers. So it comes with everything you need to do your own heatless curls. It comes with the curler itself, 2 alligator clips, and 2 scrunchies to hold everything in place. And this is a limited edition set, so if you guys want to grab it while supplies last, I'll leave all the information in the description box. Then once you grab a hold of your curler, what you want to do is just find the middle point. So you can do this just by folding the curler in half like this, and then this will be the middle point. And you want to place this right on the center of your head like this. And it is important that you don't place it too far forward, like too close to your face. You do want it to be a little bit further back, closer to the middle of your head. This is going to help to get an even curl, not only curling the front of your hair, but also curling the back. So this step is pretty important. You want it to be closer to the center. And then once you have it in a good spot, you can just clip it in place with your alligator clips. This is optional, but it does help. Once you have your hair split into the 2 sections on the side, you can tie away one section just like this, just so you're not picking up random hairs on the other side. Now that this hair is out of the way, we can just start on this side of my hair. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the front piece here. So this is my first section. So what you wanna do is just wrap it back and around the curler until the tail end of your section reaches the front of your face again. And then you wanna grab your next section. So you're still holding on to that tail end, and then this is the new section. So you're just going to join those two together. And then now with the new piece, wrap it around again until the tail is at the front of your face. So this is usually how I start. I wrap my face framing pieces first, and then now I'm gonna go and get the rest of my hair. And this is important to make sure the back of your hair is curled as well. So my next section, I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna travel all the way to the back. And then I'm gonna bring this whole piece forward. So I'm still holding that tail, and this is my new section, and I'm gonna bring it in to meet that tail. So remember, I went all the way to the back. That's how you're gonna make sure the back of your hair gets curled too. And then now that they're together, you're gonna wrap this around until the tail is at the front. So it's kind of a similar concept to like French braiding. Like each wrap you do, you like grab another piece to join that piece. I hope that makes sense. Now I'm holding on to the tail, and I'm going to grab my next section again, going all the way to the back of my head and bringing that forward to meet the tail. And then once they're together, wrap it once around the curler until the tail is at the front. And now this is all I have left. So I'm just gonna join that with the tail and then wrap it around the curler. And since there is no more hair to like add in, this is where you can just finish wrapping it around the curler. And then once you get to the bottom, you can grab your scrunchie and just tie it in place. And once it's tied in place, you can let it go. And if it starts to loosen up a little bit, that's fine, because we're gonna tie it all together in the end. So you can just leave this side like this. And now let's do the other side. So we had this side tied away, so we can undo that now. So let's go ahead and do this side. So I'm gonna start with my front pieces first. So I'm gonna grab my first section, which is something like this. And then I'm gonna take this and wrap it around the curler. So just back and one wrap until the end is near my face. So this is the tail end. And then I'm gonna get my next section. So here's my new section. I'm gonna join it with the tail end. And then now I'm going to take this and wrap it around once. So now here's the new tail end. And again, my next section, I'm gonna make sure I go all the way to the back of my head. So I'm just using my finger and taking my next section. And you wanna bring this back. It's going under the curler so it meets where that tail end is. And now that they're both at the front, you can wrap it around the curler once. And then the end is at the front. And now I'm gonna take my next section. Here's the tail end. Here is my new section. So I'm gonna meet both of them together and then wrap it back around until now the tail end is at the front. And this is all the hair that I have remaining. So I'm just gonna take this and add it to that tail end. And then now I can just wrap it back around. And then I'll just keep wrapping it because there is no more hair to add in. So this might look different for you. If you have more hair, you might have to take more sections. If you have really thick hair, taking like smaller sections at a time might work best. If you take smaller sections, your curls will be tighter. If you take bigger sections, your curls will be looser. So this might take some like practice. Not everyone gets it on the first try, which is totally okay. So don't get too hard on yourself if this is like confusing. Just keep trying because you'll get it. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is remove your alligator clips. You don't want to leave them in because they can leave like creases in your hair. So make sure you do take them out. So now that the clips are out, technically you could just leave it like this and your curls will set in place. But the cool thing about using a curler like this is that you can tie it up so these ends are out of your way. So I'm going to show you how to do that and see how the curls, they look a little bit loose here. So what you can do is grab the ends like this and twist back, and then you're already retightening all the curls. And then I'm going to turn around so you guys can see this, but you're going to hold on to the ends and just crisscross them behind your head. Then now that you crisscrossed it, you're going to bring these ends up. And then now you can tie it on top of your head. You can tie like a little bow like this, cute little bow. Or you can also do just like a knot. I'll show you what I do sometimes. Sometimes I'll do like a double knot. So this is my first knot. And then I'll do a double knot. And then these little ends, I'll just kind of tuck them in like this. So either way works, it's just kind of personal preference, but you do want to make sure that you're not tying this so tight. It does not need to be tight. If you tie it too tight, you might leave creases in your hair. So this is really just to hold it in place. So yeah, it doesn't have to be super tight. You don't want to give yourself a headache. So just tie it so it's just kind of sitting like that. So now that your hair is all wrapped up, you just want to leave it so the curls have time to set in place. This can take anywhere from like 4 to 5 hours. So if you do this during the day, your curls will be ready for you when you go for your night out. So you can just kind of like walk around your house looking like this. You can even leave your house looking like this because this is like a cute hairdo. If you want to go to like the grocery store or something, you could like totally get away with this. Or of course you can leave this overnight and then wake up with beautiful heatless curls. And that's the great thing about a curler like this is the stuffing is very soft. So when you lie down on your pillow, it just kind of like blends into your pillow. So I'm going to leave this to set and then I'm going to come back and show you guys the final result. So it's been a few hours, so let's go ahead and see the results. So what you want to do is basically just reverse the steps to take this out. I'm just going to undo this knot, untwist this, and then remove the scrunchies. So what you don't want to do is grab it from the top and shake out your hair like this, just because this fabric is velour and it's going to catch onto your hair. So it's not going to come out as smoothly as those like TikTok videos. So don't do that. What you're going to do is just unwrap the hair like this. So basically just undo your wrap. And this is the final result. So this is what my hair looks like. So it's very smooth and shiny. So even though this is made out of velour, it's not going to make your hair frizzy. You actually will get a really nice sleek result just like this. And I'll show you what the hair looks like from the back. So you can see that's evenly curled from the back as well. And depending on your hair type, these curls should last you at least 1 to 2 days. And you can always sleep in your heatless curler if you want to prolong the life of your curls. And that is it for this video. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. And if you guys want to check out my heatless curlers, I'll leave all the information in the description box down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.